Well, when I started to make this response, I'm making the video because, I don't have any fingers left, and the ones I have are really sore. I'm kind of disabled, so I'm in a wheelchair. Anyway, this is why I make video comments. It's so much easier for me, which I'm really glad about. I mean, it is YouTube, right? So it says up here, I have to wait for approval to see if you'll approve my answer, my comment. I just wanted to say is all Mick Brick Mick. I don't know, whatever. I'm just an earthling, so I got a request from you, a friend request and a subscribe request. I'm not one of the big. I don't really care if I get subscriptions or not, you know. So it's not about that. It's not a big deal to me. The subscriptions and all, how many you have, how many friends, and how many viewers. I'm just, again, likes to make a video, and I like to discuss things, but to comment on a computer, it takes either typing or making a video. So it's easy for me to make a video. Here I am. Now I was wondering about your your crying about how philosophy is under attack in America. So what? I didn't mean that, like a mean way, but I mean, it's really, so what? There's so many other things out there that are so much more important that you could study, that you could spend that money on and actually study and get yourself maybe a career or real knowledge about real things. Philosophy is, you don't even need a teacher for that. That's just the point. Philosophy is a self-study anyway. It's a look inward, basically, more than anything else. And then your ability to edify people on that viewpoint that you have. That's basically what it is. Divinity school, it's like getting a divinity degree. They're pretty much worthless. You know, I mean, you have to be one of the greats or so. I guess write a big book that everybody wants to read. I don't know. I don't get it. They say Plato was a philosopher. Well, I don't really think so. I think he was just writing the way they wrote, trying to explain things. They you might want to call some of the biblical guys philosophers because that's what they were doing. That's the whole thing. That's the whole point. I don't know. You're wondering about why they don't have philosophy. I wonder why they have sports in colleges. I don't think we need to teach competition. That's a lot more important than not teaching philosophy. I mean, because like you said, there's hardly any professors for it. There's hardly any. They don't spend any money on it. It's really because there isn't any infrastructure to philosophy. There aren't any tools that are needed. A book or two, whatever, So it's like, so what? I don't understand what you're griping. You're not even. I'd like you to explain philosophy and why it's so important. Because it's to guys like me. Oh yeah, I'm an atheist, militant radical atheist. Yeah, that's what they call me. I like it. I am. I'm dead tired of religious appeasement and acceptance because it's a freaking mental illness. You know, believing there's a superhero that created everything in 7 days type of deal. It's just silly. It's what schizophrenics think about. Then you have people down here, talking about you. They use the word retard so much, it just drives me crazy. And they're supposed to be philosophy majors. That's retarded, brother. Why would somebody say something like that? Just read the comments down there. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm just saying it. I guess my point is, I was wondering what you were bitching about because I don't get philosophy. It's just, to me, it's the one guy that said Plato is bullshit. The only reason he said that is because philosophy is just it's worthless. If you really think you need to, what are you? Is there an answer that you need? And if there is, the only ones that have real answers about the workings of the brain are like people who actually experience certain things. Psychiatrists, they tend to have a clinical idea, and they'll give you pills. But They don't really know. You have to talk to, you have to, you have to really experience things or be around people who have experienced a mental illness, different other things, philosophical aspects. For instance, people that go to church. Now, you need to know why they want to do that, why they need to have a foot on their head, told what to do, and some of the most heinous pornographic things to do, too, that this so-called benevolent deity tells you to do in order to be accepted by it, or something, whatever the Bible is. I could explain it to you. I could quote the Bible, but it's all mythological bullshit. So there's really no need. You know what I mean? And if you've really been into philosophy, really, along with that, comes logic, critical thinking. Because if not, you're just going to have a bunch of made up shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, things have to make sense. Okay. I don't know philosophy. I don't get it. I have no idea what it's about. They say it's about, well, nobody's ever really explained it to me. They don't know how. Because I don't know, it doesn't have any real substance. There isn't anything there. Oh, you can explain it definitively. You know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, you think so? Or, really? Really? That's all I've ever said to people that try to explain it to me. I go, really? That's why? Why do you think you have to? What are you trying to look for? You don't even know. You say, I'm looking for the answer to the big question type of thing or whatever. What does that mean? Our origin? There's some really good theories out there without using philosophy, just logic. For instance, the universe is huge. So we're not the only intelligence. It's that simple. And there's proof. People just don't want to accept it. They'd rather have a god, a deity, a magician, than to accept that there's other corporeal beings out there, entities with intelligence that use tools. I don't get it. People would rather believe and worship, even go and get on their knees and get a foot in their head again, instead of understanding and seeing the probability and the impossibility that they don't exist. Okay? So, if you can explain philosophy to me, then all of us out here will understand what the hell you're talking about. Otherwise, my whole gig is I'm an atheist. I'm tired of religious appeasement, and with that comes a lot of other crap. Separation of church and state, the circumcision, mutilation of genitalia, and all the other crap. Parents that won't take their kids to a doctor because they think their superhero is real and that it'll actually answer their prayers. Here in Oregon, we've had to legislate that they can't do that anymore. You cannot keep your children from medical care for prayer or anything like that. You have to give them medical care in Oregon. You cannot use religious freedom as an excuse anymore. Can't do it. And that's true separation of church and state, because the First Amendment did actually mean freedom from religion. Yeah, not of, from. Regardless of how it was written, they had to write it some way so that people would accept it. And people were still pretty superstitious in the 18th century, so duh. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say. Hope you approve it. I didn't want to criticize because that's not what I'm really trying to do with you. I really want to know what's the big pull about philosophy? What's the big deal? See you later. Have a good one then. All right. Yeah, I'm just an earthling. But hi, kitty. Hi, Mr. Biscuit. Sit in. See you later. Have a good one. It's Monday. Yep.